Hello, welcome back to our channel, where we talk about fitness facts. Today we will talk about some myths which is spoiling the beginners and they feels like a trap.
Have you ever felt like you're drowning in fitness advice? You know, one person tells you carbs are evil, and the next says they're the key to performance. It is confusing. Well, in this explainer, we're going to cut right through all that noise. We're going to use simple, evidence-based facts to separate what's just fiction from what actually gets you results. So, let's get into it. And this quote right here, it just nails the problem, doesn't it? We hear things like this, but then we also hear these dire warnings to never touch a carb again. It's enough to make you not know what to do. This is exactly the kind of mess we're going to untangle today.
So here's what we're going to do. We're taking on 5 of the most common, most stubborn fitness myths out there, and we're not just busting them, we're replacing them with simple truths you can actually use. No more guesswork. Let's kick it off with a big one.
Okay, you've definitely heard this before. The idea that the second you finish your workout, you have to down a protein shake, or you've basically wasted the entire session. This whole anabolic window idea was pushed so hard for so long, but is that frantic dash for protein really necessary? Let's see what the science actually says.
This lays it out perfectly. The myth creates this tiny, super stressful 30-minute window where you have to act fast. But the reality? Well, our bodies are way smarter and more patient than that. The muscle-building process doesn't just switch off like a light.
Yeah, you heard that right. 3 to 5 hours. That's the real window of opportunity. The time when your body is primed for muscle repair and growth. So that panic, that feeling of urgency, you can let it go. So if timing isn't the most critical thing, then what is?
Instead of stressing about a 30-minute window, your focus should really be on these fundamentals. Are you getting enough protein throughout the entire day? That's what really matters. Did you eat something decent before you trained? And are you getting enough quality sleep to actually recover? These are the things that are going to move the needle, not a stopwatch.
So let's just put this one to bed for good. If you can have a protein shake or a meal soon after you work out, great, go for it. But if it takes you an hour or even 2 to get home and eat, you haven't lost a thing. It's all about the big picture.
All right, on to myth number 2. This one is fueled by that whole no days off hustle culture you see everywhere. It's the idea that if you're not training every single day, you're just not working hard enough. But when it comes to the gym, is more really better?
This is that classic work hard versus work smart debate. The myth says you basically need to live in the gym. But the reality is that 3 to 4 really focused, intense workouts a week can build the exact same amount of muscle as training 6 or 7 days. And the reason for that comes down to one crucial thing.
48 hours. That's roughly how long your muscles need to recover, and here's the key part, to actually grow. See, you don't build muscle in the gym, you're just breaking it down. The magic, the actual growth, that happens when you rest. That's when your body does the repair work and makes those muscles stronger. If you skip the recovery, you skip the growth.
So, a consistent schedule of tough workouts combined with real rest will always beat a non-stop schedule that just leads to burnout. Remember, better is better, not more. Okay, myth number 3. We've all been there. You finish a workout, you're absolutely drenched in sweat, and you think, yes, I must have burned a ton of fat. But is that puddle of sweat on the floor really a sign of fat loss?
Let's just be super clear about what sweat actually is. Think of it as your body's personal air conditioning system. When you get hot, your body releases water and some minerals to cool you down. That's it. It has absolutely nothing to do with fat literally melting out of your body.
And that's the bottom line. You could sit in a hot sauna for an hour and sweat buckets, but you wouldn't burn any more fat than you would just sitting on your couch. What actually matters is the energy you use, the calories you burn. So don't ever confuse losing water with losing fat. They're 2 completely different things. All right, it's time to tackle the big one, the topic that causes all the arguments online: nutrition. Specifically, we're going to look at 2 huge ideas: that carbs are the enemy, and that trendy diets like intermittent fasting are some kind of magic bullet for fat loss.
This is really the question at the heart of almost every diet debate, right? Is the secret to fat loss when you eat, like with fasting, or is it about what you cut out, like carbs? Well, as you're about to see, the real answer is neither.
Look, intermittent fasting can be a fantastic tool. For a lot of people, shrinking their eating window makes it easier to manage hunger and just eat less food overall. But there's no magic to it. It only works if it helps you eat fewer calories than you burn. The act of fasting itself doesn't cause fat loss, being in a calorie deficit does.
And this right here, this simple table, illustrates the single most important rule of fat loss. Just look at this. You can eat a diet with plenty of carbs, but if you're only eating 2,000 calories, you're in a deficit, and you will lose fat. On the other hand, you could be on a super strict keto diet with 0 carbs, but if you're eating 3,000 calories, a surplus, you will gain fat. It's not about the food group, it's about the math.
And far from being the enemy, carbs are actually your best friend on a fitness journey. I mean, look at this list. They give you the fuel for great workouts, they support hormones that are crucial for burning fat, and they even help you sleep better and recover faster. Cutting them out can actually make things harder.
So let's just say this one more time so it really sinks in. No single food makes you fat. Carbs don't make you fat. Fat doesn't make you fat. Consistently eating more calories than your body uses, that is what leads to fat gain. Period.
Phew! We've busted a lot of myths, we've cleared away a lot of the fiction and the noise. So after all that, what are we left with? What are the simple, powerful truths we should actually be focusing on?
It all comes down to these 4 things. Seriously. Forget the stress about meal timing, forget the obsession with working out every day, forget judging a workout by how much you sweat, and stop being afraid of certain foods. If you can just consistently focus on getting enough protein, managing your calories, training smart, and sleeping well, you will get results. It really is that simple.
So, I'll just leave you with this to think about. Now that you know the truth, which one of these stressful, made-up rules are you finally ready to just let go of? Hopefully, this gives you the freedom to focus on what really matters.